everybody, thank you for coming to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Heather. I go by the Canary Closet on all of my social media platforms, and I'm a full-time reseller. So this channel is all about reselling. On these Friday videos, I put out my what sold videos to let you know what I have sold this past week, so maybe it will help you when you're out in the thrift store looking for things to pick up that will resell. So this is going to be for the week of November 11th through the 18th. I can't believe it's already November 18th. I haven't done any Christmas shopping yet, so I kind of need to get on that. So I'm going to go through and tell you what I sold on Facebook Marketplace, eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. If you watched my video last week, you know that sales were pretty slow because I was just getting back from vacation and I did not have a full week. This time I did have a full week. I feel like sales somewhat picked up, but they were still a little bit slow. One reason on Poshmark I think I was having issues is that for some reason my MacBook was going to sleep. So then my Posher VA wasn't running in the background and sharing my closet constantly and sending out offers. I was like, oh no. eBay, I ended up putting back a sale, a 20% off sale. So we'll see how that works. I did wake up to like 12 offers this morning, but seriously, like 7 or 8 of them were from the same person and they were like stupidly low. Like so low that I wasn't even going to make a profit. I would have lost money because it was something with free shipping. So it was like a pair of jeans for $6 free shipping. And I'm like, those are gonna cost like almost $9 to ship. No, you're not gonna have them for $6 with free shipping. So,
oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb.
So yeah, that was kind of dumb. If you like reseller content, please hit the subscribe button down below. I do put out 3 videos a week. And Sunday will be my ThredUp unboxing video. I think I have a shoebox. It is kind of small, so I'm a little worried that it's not anything very good. That doesn't mean it's gonna be bad, but sometimes I like to get the bigger boxes because then there might be some valuable boots in there. So we'll see what's in there. Give this video a thumbs up, and let's just get into it. So we're gonna start with Facebook Marketplace. I did have a couple of sales on there. I haven't been going in and renewing my listings, so I'm not as busy now, but I'm trying to get my house back together. Okay, wait, if you see back there, remember last time that was green? Here's where I'm trying to point. Yeah, we started painting some more yesterday. It just needs one more coat, but I'll have to show you guys maybe at the end of like a little update of what we're doing with the house because it's like almost, at least for the main areas, like getting repainted and done, being put together. Or I guess I should say we're making progress. It's not really almost done. Okay, on Facebook Marketplace, I had this J. Jill black sweater tunic. This was in a size large tall. It was new with tags and it came in a flip lot. That sold for $33. Next was a pair of Buff Bunny black paint splatter speckled women's leggings in a size small. And those sold for $20. And actually that's it. For some reason, I thought I had more than 2 sales in there. Kind of lame, but whatever. I feel like Amber Resells does a really good job on Facebook Marketplace, and I don't know how. Because I feel like I'll try to use some people's like very similar strategies, and then it still doesn't work for me. So I'm like, what? Okay, Mercari, a couple sales. I sold this Neiman Marcus tan cashmere duster cardigan sweater. This came in a flip lot. It sold for $37, and then I sold this Lululemon tan beige open cardigan. This was new with tags, also from a flip lot, and that sold for $73. So that was my only 2 Mercari sales, but they were good and interesting that they were both from flip lots. I'm still liking it. I'm not getting as many lots as I used to because I'm being a little more picky. So we'll see if I can get any good ones here anytime soon. Let's move on to Poshmark. I sold these Sorel boots. They were in a size 6.5, and I sold those for $33. Next was a pair of Everlane pants. These were tan khaki pants, size 10. Some of these titles, like these last 2, were still the short titles. I did go back to just keeping with my full keyword titles because usually I will list first on eBay and then I will use Magic Cross Lister. It's a free cross-listing service on my computer, and then I just copy everything from eBay. I'm just going back to my regular long titles. Anyway, those sold for $17. Next was a pair of Rag & Bone stiletto bootcut jeans. Rag & Bone hasn't been doing that well for me, but with these being bootcut, I thought, let me try them since the skinny jeans aren't selling as well anymore, and they sold for $25 within a few weeks, so not bad. Next was a pair of BKE Buckle Carter straight leg men's jeans. These ended up having a couple stains that I couldn't get out, so I did list them lower, and they sold for $16. I sold these New Balance sneakers almost overnight or within hours. These came to me in a ThredUp shoe rescue box. My last one that I opened, if you didn't watch that, I'll link it up here. They were the New Balance 574 beige sneakers, and they sold for $29. Next was a pair of Allbirds flats. These reminded me of Rothy's. It was that same kind of style with the ballet flat, like really flexible fabric. I'm gonna say now that Allbirds ballet flats sell better than the sneakers because I've had a pair of sneakers forever that have not been selling. Anyway, these sold for $40. Next was a pair of Adriano Goldschmied black mid-rise Stevie slim straight jeans. This came from one of my very first flip lots, and these sold for $15. Next was a bundle of 3 items for $90. First was an Anthropologie dress. It was a size medium, orange ribbed maxi dress. Next was a pair of orange Beta brand straight leg career yoga pants. And then I sold this soft surroundings tunic. So that was a great bundle. I sold this Obermeyer blue winter ski snow parka jacket, and that sold for $34. Next was a pair of Rothy's. These came to me in a flip lot. They were the black round toe ballet flats. They sold pretty quickly within about a week for $51. I sold this Leaf black sleeveless knee-length dress. This came in a flip lot. It was something I didn't really want, but I wanted a few of the Tory Burch purses in that lot, so I just I'm dealing with this. Anyway, it sold really fast for $12. I sold these other New Balance shoes. These were a pair of white, like roller bar, I think was the style. They were kind of like more of like a grandma shoe, like for comfort. Anyway, they sold for $30. Next is a pair of Bonobos men's khaki straight fit chino pants. These came a long time ago in a flip lot for $12. I sold this bundle for $115. It was a pair of Not Your Daughter's jeans, Sisters maroon burgundy tunic, Patagonia fitted corduroys, Levi's dark wash boyfriend jeans, Anthropologie TLA black white thermal, Anthropologie Aryan Alley red tasseled top, and a Free People gray striped thermal. And actually, this person I think watches my YouTube videos. So if you're watching this, thank you for being flexible because I did not have those Levi's jeans. And so I didn't message them, I just went on that pair of jeans and I commented with her username. And I just explained to her the situation. I asked if there's anything else that I could replace it with. And she asked about a Free People top that I had in my last haul. So that's up here if you want to watch that. I found some really good stuff. So anyway, I was like, yes, I will put that in there for you. So I'm thankful for buyers that are flexible. I think usually if you explain to them the situation and you're nice, they will be nice back. So that was a great bundle. Thank you so much. It looks like the seller's name is something with Kelly, so the name could be Kelly. Thank you, Kelly, if that's your name.
Thank you.
Next was a Lafayette 148 floral top. It was silk and it was like a watercolor print. I don't pick up this brand a lot, but this did seem like a newer style and it sold for $22. I sold these Can jeans for $13. They were just a pair of like mid-rise skinny distressed. They're not selling quite as good as they used to, so I am being pickier with that brand, whether it needs to be either really cheap or like a different style than skinny jeans. I sold this bundle for $35. It was an Anthropologie 11.1 Tylo paisley top, Anthropologie boho peasant top, and Anthropologie HD in Paris black sheer top. So that was all right. I've had most of those things for quite a while. And that is it. That's it for Poshmark. So like I said, not as many as normal, but I feel like I'm starting to get more back like into a rhythm. I thought about possibly sending out some really like big time offers this weekend on stuff that I've had for over 90 days. I might do that just because that seems to always produce sales. So we're gonna move on to eBay for our last platform. Let me know down below how your guys' sales have been. I had somebody message me on Instagram. I think her name was Ruth. She only lists on Poshmark, but she said it's been really bad the last couple of days. So I hope it's not like that for you guys. Just as I was making this video, someone sent me an offer on this Lululemon poncho. This was a cashmere blend, one size, and it just sold for $39, so that's great. I had this listed for probably a couple of months at this point, and I had a lot of like $25 offers, but I was just like, I can get higher for it. Some things I'm just like, whatever, I'll take it, like if I've had it for a long time, or it's something that I can find all the time, but I'm not finding that type of Lululemon cashmere poncho all the time, so I did hold out for a little bit of a higher price, and I'm glad that I did. Next was this Kate Spade black leather small wallet. I just listed this yesterday and it sold for $25. I sold this J. Jill tan V-neck beige pullover tunic. This came to me in a flip lot and it sold for $22. Next was a pair of soft surroundings, blue denim pull-on stretched jeans in a size petite medium for $18. I sold these Hoka 1-1 Clifton 5 shoes very quickly after I went through all of my returns. I was like, my work area was getting bad, really messy. So finally the other day I'm trying to like get back into like taking care of myself. So I was doing my workout, which is in the same area, our weight stuff. And in between sets, I was going through my returns. So I'm like, at least I can like multitask. Anyway, these got returned to me like weeks ago. And I finally just opened all of my returns up to see what they were and made sure to get them back relisted and active. And they sold within a day once I relisted them for $55. Next was a J. Crew taupe wool pea coat. This was a double cloth stadium coat. And it came to me in a flip lot. It sold for $70. I sold these Asics, how do you say this? Onitsuka Tiger men's sneakers. These came from another flip lot and they sold for $29. Next was a great sale. It was a vintage Abercrombie & Fitch brown leather aviator jacket. I got the idea to look for one of these from Matt at Why So Thrifty store. I think that's his username on Instagram and YouTube and everything. He sold a vintage Abercrombie & Fitch jacket. His was specifically called the Slant Rock jacket, I think. I don't know if that's what mine was, but I put it in a Mercari search, and you can click like save this search. So when something like that gets listed, it'll pop up a little notification. And I got this for $50 shipped on Mercari, and then I ended up selling it for $150. So I guess be on the lookout for vintage Abercrombie leather jackets. That was amazing. Next was a FootJoy black bucket hat. I got this at the Kansas City Bins when I was down there for a volleyball tournament, and they sold for $15. Next was a pair of Judy blue jeans. These were the high-rise straight jeans in a size 18W, and they sold for $25. I sold this Rami Brook purple top. It was a size small V-neck, and that sold for $23. Next was another item from a flip lot. It was Pure Collection gray cashmere cardigan in a size 810, and that sold for $43. I sold these Not Your Daughter's jeans Farrah baby boot cut in a size 12 for $24.70. Next was a Brooks Brothers blazer. This was even missing a button. It came to me in a flip lot. It was a size 14 red, and it sold for $24.70. I sold this Cabby women's cultured cardigan with these pearl type buttons for $26. Next was an Everlane 100% human pullover sweatshirt. I've had this for a stupid long time, so I'm finally glad to get rid of it for $12. Next was a pair of Maurice's jeans. These were medium wash boot cut from a friend a while back. They sold for $15. This Liz Claiborne sweater sold super quickly. It was an 80s, 90s with a teddy bear on it. That sold for $23. Next was a pair of Aldo, how do you say that? Aldo or Aldo? Black suede heels, a size 7. These came in a flip lot. They were crappy, and I sold them for $12. I sold this Victoria's Secret bra for full price. It was the Dream Angels push-up, size 36D, and it was red. It sold for $28.88, so that was great. Next was a pair of Splendid shoes. These were in a size 8. They were brown, just like a suede look. They sold for $15. I've had these for a really long time. I tried sending them in to thread up a while back, and they did not accept them. And that is it for my eBay sales, and that is it for my weekly sales. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you haven't yet, please give this video a thumbs up, and be sure to come back on Sunday for my thread up unboxing. Let me take you a walk around the house a little bit before I'm done with this. We can also see Ellie here. She's being very cute, sleeping. Okay, so in here, I think I've showed you guys all of this, haven't I? So I put this stuff over a fireplace. Here's our big, tall Christmas tree. We've always had fake ones, so I got an artificial one. But I like it. We got a timer to set it up. I got this little table. Oh my gosh, I'm almost falling. We're just going to keep... I almost fell in the ottoman. We got this little table. So this is cute. Ellie's toys are down here, and then we have like a blanket and an old picture of Grace and Ryan with their uncle. So I don't know if I showed that. I got this chair at Salvation Army. This rocking chair is usually over there with that little black table, but we moved things around for Christmas. So here's the area where we're almost like done getting it finished painting. So, what a project. Actually, I was okay with that bottom part, but like way up here, like that's so tall and that's scary to me. So I had my husband do that. We got our new table. We have a leaf that we took out so that we can put another Christmas tree here. Like, I just want to make my house, like, very cool. I have some garland that I want to put around, like, the railings. My husband might hate it, but, you know. Okay, let me show you downstairs, kind of the next thing that we're doing. I don't know. I've seen some people where they, like, hang it like this with, like, a bow or, like, all along the top, like, wrapped around. Let me know, like, if you guys have any sort of decorating skills, what would look good. But I'm afraid if I put it on the railings, he's going to think it's annoying because he can't grab the railings because he already doesn't like me, like, trying to redo everything. He's kind of just, like, old school and just thinks it's dumb. So he had this old, this room is, like, trash for lady. This old, not really old, but coffee table, like, under the TV. And so I just got that off of Amazon and put it together. It's kind of small for this space. I didn't know it was going to be this small, so I'm going to try to look on Google and ignore this ugly old TV. It's really big and heavy, and it looks like it's going to, like, fall forward. But we're going to hopefully get a new one soon. Anyway, I'm trying to look for ideas how to, like, style around this. So if you guys have any ideas to, like, fill the space, like here and maybe over there. And then he had this, like, old DVD rack with all of his DVDs displayed over here, and I put them in there because I don't know. First of all, we don't really watch DVDs, and neither does he, but he doesn't like getting rid of things. He also had his, like, 35-pound dumbbells just, like, sitting on top of the coffee table under the TV. But, like, this is, like, his area, but I just want it to look cute. My old house was, like, slightly ghetto and never really looked cute. So anyway, I think we're getting rid of the coffee table. He does not want it in the middle of the room. He says he likes it open. So I feel like we need to put something else over there. So if you guys have any, like, ideas for this room, let me know. We're also not keeping this disgusting green color. This is the last big room we have to paint, and we're just gonna, I wanted to do it all white because you see how it, like, it just flows down into here. And my husband's, like, hates the white, or he says he does, because he says it's gonna show everything and it looks like an apartment. So we compromise on, like, a light tan or, like, a mushroom color. So we're going to do that with all this green. That's the plan. So anyway, that's an update on the house. Let's go say bye to Ellie one more time, maybe. And then I will see you guys on Sunday for my thread up video. Okay, Ellie, do you want to say bye to everybody? Tell them bye.